today? About the same. Double digits, 10 to 18%. That don't matter if you got excellent credit or bad credit, it's double digits. Okay? Not just to pick on them, but anybody ever heard of this little company called Jacques Pinier? Anybody ever heard of that little French company?
Yeah.
Well, let me tell you what people do, and we're going to go right back to the book. They figure something out about your habits. They study you like lab rats. And I don't mean that to offend you, but this is facts. They do what's called actuary accounting. They crunch numbers and figure out what your habits will display. So what Jacques Pinier did back in the day, they said, check this out. We're going to lower your monthly payment by 75%. So on a $500 balance, when your minimum payment was $60, we're going to lower it to 3%, and you only make a $15 minimum payment. And I want everybody to read this with me, that bottom line. Can everybody see that? Yeah. Now you can buy what you want today. Doesn't say what you need. No, what you want. If you have a credit card balance of as little as $5,000 and you make the minimum payment, it would take you 38 years to pay it off. Based on what Melvin just taught you about the rule of 72. Conversely, if you have an investment and you're getting a 7% return on your money, it will double 4 to 5 times in 38 years. Which side of the ledger would you guys like to be on? 38 years to pay off $5,000 or 38 years to make that to $100,000? Exactly. So let's go back to the book real quickly. Let's talk about the lifestyles of the financially successful. They spend less than they earn. They spend less than they earn. So you want to write this in the booklet. And if we run out of time, we'll provide all these answers to you digitally. Okay? They operate their family finances like a successful business. Don't be emotional about it. Guess what? In your household, if you're married or have a significant other, there's usually one person that's a spender and one person that's a saver. They're never the same two people. Okay? They direct their discretionary spending towards accumulating assets. Assets. What are assets? Assets are things that produce income now and in the future. Okay? They pay themselves first. Okay? They pay themselves first. All right? They do lots of little things correct. Lots of little things correct. Okay? They go into debt reluctantly. And they get out quickly. And they only use debt to make money. Everybody hear that? They only use debt to make money. That's how you become wealthy. Okay? They seek financial advice from professionals. They seek financial advice from professionals. Each one of you are excellent at what you do in your profession. And each one of you have trained somebody at some point in time in your profession. So why not get a professional to train you about money? That's what we are the best at. That's why your executor hired us to come in to give you the training. Regardless if you want it or not, they know this is something that you need in your household. Okay? Let's go back to the book. They follow a financial written plan. A financial written plan. And again, ladies and gentlemen, the 16-page financial plan is already paid for you. All you have to do is say, Coach DJ, Melvin, I would like to get the financial plan done for me. And all you have to do is fill out a budget sheet, send it to us. We'll do a one-on-one professional confidential consultation with you. Okay? Now, if you want to continue to fail, let me give you 3 great excuses. Okay? Number 1, I don't earn a high income. Number 2, I don't have a college degree. I'm going to ask you guys again. Anybody know who Steve Zuckerberg is? The owner of Facebook. Did he get a college degree, Ron? Nope. He dropped out of Harvard after his freshman year of college. Bill Gates, owner of Microsoft, dropped out of college. Harvard, his second year. Steve Jobs, owner of Apple, who owns everybody, did not complete college. Do you guys see the similarity there? Maybe the key in life is drop out of college, become a billionaire. Here's the last excuse for you. I don't or I wasn't born rich. I wasn't a trust fund baby, okay? Now, your success and my success depends on what I do with what I make. And let me bring this home to you. There was a librarian in New York 3 decades ago. She never made more than $40,000 a year. When she died, she left a trust fund over $3 million and donated it to the city of New York to provide educational scholarships for students. She never made more than $40,000 a year, but she achieved $3 million in wealth. Okay? Let's turn the page and let's move right along. Let's talk about the lifestyles of the working broke. And I'm going to pick on the lovely lady again over here that I interrupted her when she was having her lunch. What's your name again?
Melissa.
Melissa, would you be kind enough to read those captions underneath the lifestyles of the working broke for me?
Giving certain parties on my income that we may almost be said to be living apart. My problem lies in reconciling my gross habits with my net income.
Exactly. So, here's what I want you to do, ladies and gentlemen. This illustration here, these hashtag marks on the left-hand side, if you're violating some of those principles of the financially broke people, check it off right now. Now let me share with you. When I went through the course, even though I created this one, I went through a course through my church 20 years ago by family, focus on the family. I checked off about 9 of those the first time. You know what they say in Alcohol Anonymous? The first thing is you have to identify to yourself that you're an alcoholic. That's the only way you can get help. So first thing we need to do is figure out what you don't know about money that ain't working, okay? And then we fix it, okay? So first thing that broke people do, they spend more than they earn. They all hat and no cattle. All hat, yep. You ever seen the guy with the big cowboy hat? He got the great enamored buckle and he got the very expensive cowboy boots. But you go back to the ranch, he got no horses, no cows, no pigs. So how he making money? But he looked the part, right, Cook? Or in the vernacular, he got that big whip. He driving that Lexball. He driving that Escalade. He's still living in mama's house. But his projection to you is he's wealthy, but he's broke. His projection to you as the cowboy, if he don't have, produce, chicken, cows, hogs, then he is successful. But you don't check his real resume, okay? Again, we've helped over 1,000 people become consumer debt free in almost 20 years. That's our resume. That's why the YMCA trusts us. That's why the Federal Reserve Bank trusts us. That's why the State of Illinois Attorney General's office, new attorneys come through our program. That's the reason why your executive trusts us. We got a proven track record of success, okay? Next thing, they direct discretionary spending towards purchasing things. Purchasing things. They spend first. What happens when you spend first? What's left? Nothing. They gonna hammer us hard on Black Friday. Retailers make almost 80% of all their profit on that one weekend. If you don't believe me, I give you 3 guesses. The first 2 don't count. Go check when the reports come up. They are constantly bombarded. Hey, Target made this amount of money. Sears made that amount of money. Amazon made this amount of money. They're not talking about how much we made, because they condition you scientifically to make you spend your money on a fictitious buying habit, holiday, okay? And they guilt trip you if you got kids, don't they? Mm-hmm. I finally figured out when I was a kid why my parents kept saying no, because I got to say that now. All right, so let's go back to the book. They ignore church and charity. You can't prosper if you don't put any good seeds into the ground, okay? They buy on impulse. How many people have purchased eggs, bread, and milk on a regular basis, by show of hands? How many people have to purchase that on a regular basis? How many people, when you go in a grocery store, it's right in the front aisle? Where is it at? Back. You know why? It's scientific. They actually did a study. They said if we get them to the back of the grocery store, but in the front where the cashier is, what do they have? Sugar, magazines. It excites your brain and you start to make impulse purchases versus getting what you need. Remember what Jacques Penney said? We help them buy more of what they want, not what they need. Okay? Let's go back to the book. They use credit to live above their means. Anybody know anybody like that? Don't tell them, okay? Don't tell them. All right. They're renting when they should be buying. What is the staple of American wealth? Own real estate, own businesses, okay? They're house poor. They're house poor. And this really is relative to people when they first get that real solid job, they're making money, and they'll go out and buy that house in a new community, and they don't realize that that new house gets reassessed the following year because the government needs what? Tax dollars. And then to fill that house up with stuff, it takes 30% of what you earn to put stuff in play. Okay. Melvin's giving me a tip. I need to speed it up. Thank you, sir. They have continuous car payments. Okay. Husband and wife not working together. Husband and wife not working together. They raise children without an effective plan. They raise children without an effective plan. Not following a written financial plan. Not following a written financial plan. And here's the one that Melvin and I really can't stand. Paying more taxes than necessary. More taxes than necessary. Your tax laws changed for the middle class when our president got into office, because he changed the corporate tax laws, lowered them, so they can bring that money offshore back into America, and then he took from you and I and made our taxes higher. Because whatever you take from the left side of the ledger,